Welcome to the fifth video in the series, The Character of the Communist Mode Production According to Marx and Engels. Today we'll be going over the 1848 piece by Marx and Engels, Manifesto of the Communist Party. I've subtitled this From Proletarian Rule to Classless Community as Association. In this text, in terms of the communist mode production, Marx lays out the historical development of the proletariat and the direction their class interests lead them to engaging in class struggle with. From there, he discusses the resultant conditions this will bring about when brought to fruition. It addresses class struggle, labor, individuals, nations, and the state as a social formation. And to be clear, this text will be reappearing in all three series because it touches on all three different topics. That is the dictatorship of the proletariat and Communist Party. With the seizure of political power, the establishment of a dictatorship of the proletariat, the ever greater socialization of labor, and the end of competition, new relations develop, socialist relations. By making itself the new ruling class and destroying the old conditions of production, they in turn negate their own class basis and, in abolishing themselves as the last class society itself is negated. In communism, accumulated labor is specifically with the intent of improving the conditions of the laborers, since laborers make all the decisions about how labor is organized. Living labor dominates dead labor being, for example, machines, and so on and so forth. Living labor being labor that is actually going in and doing stuff right now. Dead labor is termed that because it has been fixed in a particular form. With humans controlling their own instruments of production rather than the other way around, all have access to the products of society, with the only product barred being the power to subjugate the labor of others through the products of society. The individual is brought to full development in and through society, with the sale of flesh brought to an end, the patriarchal family, private prostitution of women, we'll get into more detail with this with Origin of the Family, which is on this reading list, brought to an end, with freedom not bought through exploitation and oppression, but through justice and in the real community. Rather than class struggle, communism is the association between producers, wherein the basis for the free development of the individual is the condition for the free development of all. Nations cease having material basis for conflict, because such basis rests in the world market, which has brought all nations into ties of dependence and uniform production. It becomes possible for a world revolution to occur which can achieve liberation for all peoples and establish a world republic. Capitalism has done the work of bringing all nations into one system, and now the workers of the world can fully combine to remove the dominance of some nations over others, competition, and so on, and so liberate all and enter into final and fully positive equal relations. The state ultimately withers away. Public power loses its political character because class distinctions disappear, with all production concentrated in the hands of the whole of society. This loss of political character is because all previously politicized public power, or political power, has only been the power of one class to oppress one another. Such class-based oppression disappears. And that is the end of what the Manifesto of the Communist Party has to say about the character of the communist mode production. If you'd like to go over my reasons for this, I will post a link in the description with all the different texts are on this reading list, this entire Google Doc. Please feel free to go in. And if you would like to consider joining the United Marxist Pact Discord server as well, please feel free to. Tomorrow we'll be going over my summary of the Grundrisse Notebook 1, the chapter on money. These are Marx's notes in preparation for writing Capital. Thank you for joining me for today's topical summary, and I hope to see you tomorrow.